Hi there, if you are listening to us in the morning, in the evening, during your work or doing your dishes. That's no matter because we are with you. We are back as Phoenix from the ashes. Here's Peter from TMH, which stands for The Metal Heartbeat. In my native language, Polish, it is metalowe bicie serca. And today we've got nothing new in heaven, guys. A little metal death melodic project from France. Hello, guys.
Hey. Hi.
And to be honest, my guests are Simon and Alex, both featuring mentioned project. So, I've read from bio that the project was, I don't know, about to begin, was in your mind, Alex, since 2010. Is it correct?
I started Nothing in Heaven like years ago when I was a young dude and I wanted to make music and was like, I was just discovering what was melodic death metal with bands such as Children of Bodom, Northern and else, and was like, I want to do the same thing, but I have no other people I can play with, so I start to compose pieces of music and trying to make a band, but things and other I couldn't find the members, so years after years I've been waiting for something until I met Simon and so I could play the instrument but I couldn't sing, so this is thanks to Simon that Nothing New in Heaven is on the point it is now.
Okay, so the question is my next one, because I also read from your bio that Simon was supposed to put vocals only on of passion and pain, but he stayed for a little longer. Is it correct?
Yeah, actually it is. It was like, okay, we are happy with the result of the first EP, so we work well together, so why not continue? And that's it. I guess Alex found his vocalist, so it's enough. No need to search for something else for the moment.
Okay, I think that's fine for all of us, but my next question is, what is the reason behind Nothing New in Heaven as a name? Because we already have one band with Heaven in name, Heaven Shall Burn, and what is your story behind the name?
It's hard to find a cool name in metal, if you don't want to find into cliche with there's something bloody, I don't know, fucking guts of and I was like, I read the book Nothing New in West from Heinrich Remarque, I think. And I was like, oh, it can be a cool name for something else. Instead of Nothing New in West, Nothing New in Heaven. And it allows us to have a universe with themes in the lyrics. So we can try to have a special universe behind this name. Simon, if you want to add anything else about it.
Yeah, and the fun thing is we can play with the name, like switch it if we are in another country, like Nothing New in Helsinki, and it's pretty fun.
Okay, I think that's quite fine, and I wish you to see it in reality. And the thing is, also for Alex and both Simon, Alex started, but I think the Simon is trying to keep it legacy. Who is creating things such as riffs, such as melody? Who is behind this all hard work?
I'm behind the composition and the instruments recording. I also do the lyrics, but Simon helps me a lot to correct things. I had the idea of each song in my head before the records, but I need a point of view from I need another point of view, because if I'm the only one writing down things, I can't understand if it's good, if it's bad. So I compose, and Simon helps me to modify it or else if needed.
Okay, so if I can, I don't know, develop this question, go further, then Simon, from your point of view, what have you added to the music of Nothing New in Heaven? What is your piece of work, piece of creation in these terms?
Yeah. It's pretty hard to answer, but it's like it's the first EP. It was like a baby, in my opinion. And like, if you want to have a baby, you need two persons. And like, you can have put all the love that you have and that the baby need. But if you need the vocalist, you don't have any baby. Just two parts of a big puzzle. And Alex just needed the last part of it to make it realistic, to make it down. And I guess I'm this part for the moment, at least for the release we are doing. That's it.
Okay, I think that's all what we can hear about this part. And another also important question, because it has an impact on how the bands, how can you hear the music, how can you hear the sound of the band. Who do you think is your favorite artist, and who had the greatest impact on your music today? Okay, so coming back after a short technical break, the question rather is, who do you think is your favorite artist and the greatest impacts on the music of Nothing New in Heaven?
I think I can speak for both of us, Simon, by saying Children of Bodom. Children of Bodom, Alexis Layo. I started playing music thanks to this band. I have learned music theory thanks to Children of Bodom. I have learned to play guitar thanks to Alexis Layo videos. In the songs, in the Nothing New in Heaven songs, you can clearly hear the Children of Bodom influences with the riffs, the vocals, the composition, the structure, everything. It's very big impact on our music.
Okay, I think that's pretty good. And my thing is that I know this question won't be strictly connected with metal, but it is, I don't know, some kind of helping hand to you. Guys, do you like westerns?
Yeah, of course we do.
Gunslingers, or guns blazing, fire, robberies. Why I'm asking, because your music as melodic death metal also has some sounds from western, like in Dead or Dying song, or another one from Live for Me or Die for Me, but I'm not sure about the title, so I won't mention it. Why are you trying to mix some, I don't know, strange for metal sounds with typical sound of metal?
Yeah, Alex, tell us why.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Last Saloon to Hell, the other song in the last EP. Actually, before I recorded the first NNEH EP, I was playing in a band, a groove band. We were like, playing Pantera style, and not really my thing. But I was like, okay, it's cool playing those kind of thing, and I had those groovy compositions and I wanted them to be more melodic death metal. So since I'm really into movie Far West movies and else, and I like the I like hearing in metal like banjo, like small toast, like things you're not supposed to hear in metal. And I think it's a good combination to make redneck metal melodic with melody, and else it's funny to play. It's funny to hear, I think, and it's very different from the other Nothing New in Heaven songs. And I think we almost have those guys who are like, oh, we love what you do with melodies, and other people like, we only like the groovy melodic Western sound. So it's funny.
Okay, I think that's quite correct if you want to hear the truth behind it. But from this point of view, not only Nothing New in Heaven is trying to do something unique with melodic death metal, such as improvising with westerns, with blues motifs, with even touch of pagan in some tracks. But also from this moment of our interview, I would like to say hail and say hello to our common friends from Scythe of Sorrow, Finland, especially greetings for Kasperi and Peter, who are behind this band. But coming back to you, the thing which impressed me really are the number of guests on your EP. Especially, I'm sorry because I'm not French guy, for Marion Vollet, from Swarmageddon and Shadow Work. Her impact on Lighted by Hypocrisy is quite outstanding for me. What can you say about your guests on EP?
Marion Vol is a friend of mine, and since I really do love what she does in Swarmageddon, I was like, hey, do you want to do something with us in Nothing New in Heaven, like record a little something? And she was like, yeah, of course, I can try. She sent me a little demo of what she did on a special place of the song Light by Hypocrisy, and we were like, okay, that's good. We're gonna keep it now.
Okay, and what can you tell me about other guests? Because she wasn't the only one.
The other guests are here because mostly because they are friends, but also because they can do things we cannot do, like
Brass solo, right?
Yeah, I can play brass. Simon, I don't think you can play brass. Harmonica, small organ, we can play this either. We wanted to have one solo on the song because it's cool, Clean vocals, we can sing clean enough, goodly enough to record it. So plenty of guys doing things we can't do, and making our songs more unique.
Yeah, it was the opportunity that we had that Alex have some friends who can do something really unique. It's a bonus for us, especially now. Like it's a studio project, so we can add what we want. It's not for the scene, it's not for some gigs, so it's. We take the opportunities.
Okay, that sounds pretty fair, but have you ever thought about performing live, even only in France? In your dreams, perhaps?
Yeah, sometimes, often in our dreams, but since we only two people in the band, it's quite difficult to to come around, and just me on the guitar, Simon on the vocals.
Yeah, for the moment it's quite impossible, and we are focused first to release some on record some songs on. We are already working on the third EP. That's what we are working on for the moment. Then we will see, but for the moment we still have some work together, just two of us for the moment.
Okay, so if I can imagine both of you playing on a stage, you would be like, I don't know if you know the band, Sisters of Mercy and their Dr. Avalanche, which is drums machine.
How do you say?
Yeah, I didn't hear.
You would be, if you could ever play live, I imagine you, similar to Sisters of Mercy band with drum machine called Mr. Avalanche.
Okay, I never saw them actually on live. But to comparison, what?
Okay, so
When we on stage, we will ask people do you think it looks like those guys? And
okay, if you ever come live, but my next question would be more, I don't know, not connected strictly with Nothing New in Heaven, but connected strictly with you as creators of metal. What do you think and what can you say about French metal scene? Because it could be quite unique for us guys from Middle Europe hear about your thoughts of metal scene in France.
Basically, we don't know any other melodic death metal from France. We mostly listen some melodic death metal from Finland or Sweden, but if there is one band that we can mention, of course, it's Marion from AFNMR. For sure, AFNMR.
Okay, but if you are not strongly connected to melodic death metal, what can you say about the scene as a heavy metal, death metal? Because we are pretty curious about French metal scene as a whole, not only as melodic death metal band.
Yeah, we have plenty of underground bands in death metal and in hardcore crossover. There is lots of things, but
as I can help you and as I can recall that I asked the same or similar question to Kasperi and Petri, and I can reverse it again. So, is the metal popular thing in France or not?
Nope. Not that much. We have some very famous bands like Gojira, Gorod, Massisteria, for example. But I think it's pretty hard in France to get well now. We have some very cool gigs like Hellfest, like other fest, but it's very difficult, I think, in France to be a popular metal band. You don't have that much world-known French metal band.
Okay, I think this is quite fair, but I'm coming back to you guys. What is your story with music? Because you know the thing that everyone want to play guitar or drums, but not so much of them are really doing so. So what is your story with music? How did it all started in both of you, Alex and Simon, cases?
You want to start, Alex?
How did I start playing guitar? Actually,
that's correct.
Yeah, it's you asked us earlier who was our biggest influence, and
your and beginning of your musical journey, I may say, of your journey with music.
I I've always wanted to play instrument, but I didn't really know what to do, and so I was like, at college, everybody was playing guitar, and I was like, it seems to be cool to play guitar because you can, what?
Because you can meet some girls.
Because you can meet some girl, for example. Yeah, I think it's one best argument for playing guitar. And but the thing is, you have to play guitar well. What I couldn't make at the beginning. And I was like, okay, let's try with guitar. And months after I started playing guitar, I discovered Children of Bodom. And I was like, okay, this is the thing I want to do. I was like, throw away my acoustic guitar, buy an electric guitar, and start making playing metal covers first, and then started a little bit of composition.
Okay, and what is your story, Simon?
Yeah, I guess at the same time, like it was 22 years ago, more or less, like I discovered Children of Bodom, and I was like, wow, that's it. The sound, the melodies, and the sing. And I started to practice vocals like anytime I could on the streets, half drunk as a teenager, and it was for years. And then I met some musicians. We played together. We started the first band, and after that another band. So I was like, okay, I will never find any melodic death metal band in France. There is no way, because no one likes that shit actually here. And then we met with Alex, but in 2019. But I was ready to leave it, just to keep it as a dream, like I was never realize. And finally, when he proposed me like to sing with him, like in this band, I'm like, Nothing New in Heaven. It's like I'm the first fan of this band. So it's like, hey, do you want to sing in your favorite band? Yeah, maybe it would be cool, Let's go. Ciao.
That was something like trying to make your dreams come true. For Simon and Alex was a dream giver for this story. And another thing which is really curious to me, who is behind lyrics and what they are talking about in Nothing New in Heaven?
I write down the lyrics, and it's lyrics are about a religion, and it's very nihilist, But it's not the most important, I think. When I write down lyrics, I want the sound and the rhythm of the voice. Not especially the meaning of the lyrics, but mostly the strength of the voice of Simon, with rhymes and rhythm. It's more important than the meaning of the lyrics.
Okay, I think it's quite fair. Alex, have you ever thought in your way of creating the music to create one single story, so-called concept album? Did it ever cross your mind?
Maybe with the groovy songs, because it can be funny to have in those songs. We talk about motherfuckers lost in saloons, drunk as hell, making shit, violence and else, And I think it can be a funny thing to have a few songs with the story of those guys, but only on the groovy songs. I think. It can be a funny thing.
Okay, I think that's quite correct. And you just gave me some clue about next question which I can ask you. Do you think that groove is important for metal music? Is it important to band to create some kind of groove to the listener? For example, bands like Pantera. Do you think that groove is important?
I think it is, personally. Yeah, but Simon, vas-y. Go for it.
Yeah. I mean, Pantera is one of my favorite bands, so I was super motivated to sing in this kind of songs. Of course, I don't know if it's necessary for every band in metal music, but yes, you need to have something with not always a trick like that, like tack, a little touch, a groovy touch is always something, a plus, like something more that. So, yeah, I guess it's quite important, mostly.
This is also the thing that David Lombardo did for Slayer, bring some groove to thrash metal, but this is only my small opinion. But next question which is coming, because art also has its, I don't know, painted side. Who is behind your album covers? Because they are pretty nice. Both of them, of Passion and Pain and Live For Me, Die For Me. But but of a Passion and Pain is more, I can say, aggressive red, like.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, it's Hervé Costa, so a French guy who usually works with some hardcore bands in Brittany, close to my place, and I met him and I asked him if he could work for us, and he accepted. And we hope that he will continue for the next EP. And we are really proud of his job. Actually, he really made us what we expected. So, yeah, we are really happy with that. I mean, I am, at least.
Okay, and what can you add, Alex, to this long answer?
Nothing much. No, I'm very proud of what he did with album covers. Actually, I had those two in my mind. Before I draw drafts of the album covers. I sent to him, and I was like, okay, I have this in my mind. The church, the colors, the everything. Can you try to make something cool for us? And for both of the covers, he made now some job, and we were like, okay, this is better than what we was expecting.
Okay, I'm sorry, Alex. It sounds a little bit like AI to me, like ChatGPT, you add some clues, you then send some drawings, but of course the art work is amazing, and Simon already, willingly or not, hinted us some interesting things. Are you on your way to uncover something new? Are you working on new tracks? Can you share something with us on this matter?
Well, do you ask if we are working for something new? That's it?
That's it, correct.
Yeah, so, yeah, we are working on the third EP. Alex has already some songs. We need, actually, let's see, but need to work on the lyrics and to finish it, but you will explain, Alex.
Yeah, the third EP is almost ready. It will be a 5-track EP. There is almost all the songs have been composed, recorded. The hardest part was to write lyrics down. And once it will be done, we will have to meet with Simon to record the third album. And it's the most difficult part because two things. The first, we don't live close to each other. We live in France, but like 6 or 7 hours of road between us. So kind of difficult to meet. And the second is when Simon come to my place to record the vocals, he do not know what how I want him to sing. He doesn't know the placement, the way he has to put the words, sing the words, and it's mostly a discovery for him. It was for the two first EP, and I think it's one of the hardest part of the recording, and this is what we will have to do for the third EP too.
Okay, I think that's pretty correct, pretty complete as an answer for my question, and one of my, I may say, sadly, latest questions for you. Have you ever thought, guys, about creating some lyrics in French? Or is it rather easier for you to write them down in English?
I'm not sure French is a good language for metal. It's French romantic language and else, but you don't need a romantic language to sing metal. So English is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, English actually is really easier to sing. I already sang in French and listened some like thrash metal bands singing in French, but it's pretty hard to write something who sounds really good in French. So I don't guess we will do that. I mean, English is so easy, so I don't know, it goes well like this.
It goes well like this. I am really pleased that we had opportunity finally, after a month of preparations, of trying to meet up in this form with Alex. It was like, not this weekend, not that, okay, fine, but finally we're here. I'm really pleased that you've come, guys. I really want to thank you, and of course invite my listeners and viewers to check out, that's an obligation, Nothing New in Heaven, all of their socials, their music, their both EPs. I know that they may sound like another melodic death metal band, yeah, what's about it, but they are quite unique and you have to check it out personally. But my tradition goes that guests have few final words for you, so what could you say to our viewers and listeners, both Alex and Simon?
Yeah, first I guess we have to say Kiitos. It was super cool to talk with you and to give you this answer. It was, really nice moment. Thank you.
Alex, do you have something to add?
Thank you very much again. And as you said, hope your listener will check out what we do. And it's melodic death metal, but it's super effective melodic death metal with groovy touches and else. If you love regular melodic death metal, I'm pretty sure you will love what we do. So yeah, check us out, and thanks again for your visibility.
Yeah, and remember that we are we try to be a Finnish death melodic metal band from France.
Okay, it doesn't matter where your heart beats, it's the matter that the sound you can make and you want to provide for the world. And it is the purest Finnish French melodic death metal fucking ever. So thank you very much, guys. Stay true, stay tuned, stay heavy, and check out Nothing New in Heaven.